loved playing the piano, and we would sing together.
For Claire Goodwin, playing the piano isn't just a hobby. It's part of something larger.
In our ministry, Claire played the keyboard. It's just one of the things she did.
Claire and her husband are globetrotters, having traveled all over with their ministry.
We've gone into Kenya, East Africa, and ministered there, and was in Mexico. It was a great life. And then we just came to a standstill.
They were at a retreat and were headed back to their hotel when it happened.
I looked at the corner of my eye. It looked like my husband was beginning to lose his balance.
She reached out to catch me.
I flew through the air and landed way out, crash on a patio stone.
The injury was serious, a broken hip and arm, but it was fixed at the hospital.
Well, I was really excited that I was getting better and was looking forward to having a normal life again, and pain began. It felt like a knife just stabbing up in me.
Let me take a quick look at your hip.
Claire consulted Dr. Kareem El-Shirkawi, a hip and knee specialist at Texas Center for Joint Replacement, a Texas Health Physicians Group practice.
She had a fracture in her right hip that was fixed previously, and the fracture did not heal, and the screws were actually cutting through her hip joint.
The x-rays showed that my hip bone, the ball of it, had actually collapsed and it was just gone.
The fact that the screws were cutting through her joint, that adds another level of complexity.
The plan was to remove the old hardware before replacing her hip. During the procedure, Dr. El-Shirkawi faced an additional challenge, but it was one he was prepared for.
Taking the screws out of her femur bone, we kind of create a defect in her femur bone. So we were able to reconstruct her hip, but I was also able to put an additional side plate on her hip to protect the hip from further fractures.
3 months after surgery, Claire's life is returning to normal again.
I walk through my house and clean and do laundry. I stand in the kitchen. I don't have to call my husband to come and assist me. I would recommend Dr. El-Shirkawi. He's a man who shows interest. He did with my case. He explained things very clearly to me so that I understood.
Claire is a perfect example about what I love in my job, being able to get her to that level of activity, being able to walk, move her hip again. That makes a huge impact on people's lives, so that's very gratifying.
All my pain is gone, and that's great. Man, there's no money that can pay for that. I thank God. I thank Dr. El-Shirkawi for what he did.